line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at Texas Motor Speedway for the GOAT Super Series race number 2 of season number 2, presented by GOAT Racing Diecast LLC. Good evening, everyone. Michael Bollinger taking over for Christian Shire tonight, who is ill, and I was watching some of these guys in practice. This is looking like it's gonna be a tough one in this one-out surface. And here is your starting lineups. On the pole will be the 19 of Tyler Dalton, followed by the number 2 of Mike Kelly. For number 2 will be the number 9 of Bobby Ristol, and the 74 of Brian Wertman. Row number 3 will be 91 of Wesley Donaldson, and the 02 of Shannon Word. Row number 4 will be the 84 of Michael Calantoni, and the 21 of Levi McCartley. Row number 5 will be the 38 of Chad Coleman, and the 127 of Kevin, England. Row number 6, the 12 of Ryan Kirk, and the 52 of Roger Strickland. Row number 7 will be the 22 of Alan Wild and the 112 of Joe Hudson. Row number 8 will be the 24 of Cody Sturgill and the 14 of Joey Katina. Row number 9 will be the 04 of Doug Sigmund and the 7 of Scott Simley. Row number 9 will be the 82 of Anthony Monroe and the 23 of Charles Van Schaik. And rounding out your field will be the 96 of Jerry Livingston. And that rounds out your field of 21 of the greatest and of the craziest super late model series drivers here on the GOAT Racing Series. These drivers are ready to get dialed in, lights off on the pace car. Fans are ready to go crazy, fans are on their feet, they know what happened. While we were getting ready to go racing, these drivers climbed in their cars and looking like they were hyped and ready. 80 laps the distance, no fast repairs, no tire sets, 2 green-white checkered attempts if needed. So, if you've seen how tough these guys like to race, this is going to be fun watching how tire savings come into play as the drivers are exiting turns 3 and 4, passing by the fans on the back straight stands heading into 3 and 4. Pace car ready to pull down to pit lane, and let's get ready to go racing, race fans. Long time coming, race fans. Been waiting all day to say these words. Pace car pulls down to pit lane. Fans are on their feet, and let's get ready to go racing as these drivers are going green flag here at Texas. And right out of the gate, good steady acceleration for our pole setter, Tyler Dalton. Trying to save early. I'm seeing that from all these drivers right now on this old one-out surface here. Oh, we had contact, car in the wall. Good job by all the drivers getting away, getting out of it cleanly. I'll try to get to see who that was for you, race fans. Oh, I just heard that was Brian Wortman, the 74 in the wall, coming out of 1 and 2. Looks like that damage slowed him up a ton. See if he can bounce back here in the next and try to make a good run for the race win here. We've seen it happen before last season at Vegas. A lot of these cars right now are just trying to get settled in, dialed in, knowing it's a long race to go. As you see them now starting to get single file here on your screen. A few of them going 2x2 to make the passes, and that's really the most 2x2 racing I'm seeing so far, side-by-side racing. Now we have Tyler Dalton still holding on to the lead at 166 coming out of the turns right now, 160, getting up to 172 in the straights, 175 before he starts to break. I'm seeing upwards of almost a $180. Now we also have the number 9, too, of Bobby Whistle right on his tail. Here comes Whistle to try to make the pass going into 3 and 4. Tyler Dalton looks like he had a little bit of issues. He went up high, and your new lead is Bobby Whistle in the number 9 car. So let's see what Tyler Dalton's going to do here, if he's going to give it for a fight or just give up the spot for right now. Right now, this lead group of 4 cars right now are racing each other hard right now. So it's roughly about, I'd say about 6, 7, maybe 8 car lengths back to 5th. About 3 or 4 car lengths back to 6th and 7th. Then another 3 or 4 car lengths to 9th, 10th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Then you would have the rest of the field from another few car lengths away. But you see the field right now pretty split up right now. That's about what I can see right now. They're just trying to save tires right now as we're only on lap 6 out of 180. This is gonna be a long one too, race fans. You've seen single car packs, you've seen multi-car pack. Now, right now, we have 2x2 racing going on right now. With okay, we had a car loose. He saves it. The loose car was the 22, which was the 22 of Alan Wild. He was loose out of 1 and 2. Good bounce back by him to keep his car straight and keep his car going forward. Keep his car in the fight. But he also has a 24 car of Cody Sturgill giving him a good fight too on the outside. This would be a fun one. This is already getting interesting, race fans. We had a little bit of wall contact, a few almost spins, a few cars loose. It looks like these cars are struggling to find grip out there. But they do have grip in the low line, it looks like. So that's where the preferred line is so far from what I'm seeing. But you're still seeing a lot of these 2x2 right now still. But I tell it's hard to decide what you're gonna do, but we're not in the car, they're not. We're not in the car, but they are. That's why it's fun to be up here, because we can call what we see. Right now it looks like we have new contender for the trying to come to a fight now in 4th place is Mike Kelly. He's the 2 car coming to try to fight up for the lead as well as Wesley Donaldson too. Right now we have, this is getting real fun, race fans. Tyler Dalton still up there. It looks like he made a little bit of contact as well right now. Still putting up a fight now for the lead with Bobby Whistle. Right now Wesley Donaldson into the mix, Talon Tony as well as Mike Kelly. But Bobby Whistle, you're still your race leader as we're coming to lap 11. And Wesley Donaldson does make the move on Tyler Dalton right now, is trying to put a fight up on Bobby Whistle now, trying to see if he can force a mistake by Whistle. So far, so good. So far, good racing. This is the racing I like to call. Not the racing you guys like to see, but I know you guys like to also watch the cautions too. Even though it's not as fun green flag racing, it tears up cars. That's what racing's all about though. Rubbing is racing is what I always like to tell people. But clean racing is also fun too because it keeps friends, keeps drivers happy with you. So they don't want to wreck you out next race or something. Looks like we do have a few new contenders for the lead now too, as it looks like we also have Chad Coleman as well as Kevin England as well now trying to get in on the fun. Which, if you can force the driver to make a mistake if you run in the top 5, that could be real good for you. Looks like Mike Kelly's trying something on the high side in the turn. And staying high in the straights, because it looks like he's doing some as he's able to get a good run off the straight, off the turns into the straightaways, but he loses some of his ground in the turns. But eventually that is going to work for him once the grip starts to get up there. That should be the preferred line. Right now it's still the low line right now. Mike Kelly was able to put up a run on Tyler Dalton and Chad Coleman, but he fell back sadly. And it looks like he's also about to lose another spot as well to Talon Tony with the line he chooses to run in the turns. He's putting up a good fight though. All these drivers are. As Brian Wortman looks like he has some help coming with the 7 car right now. Livingston's falling back a little as well. It looks like they're either trying to play a strategy game or something, because more than likely pit stops are gonna, if this stays green, it's gonna come down to green flag pit stops. They're just trying to run by themselves, trying to wait for these guys to make a mistake. Try to shore up with this. This might be a good strategy call, but we don't know what's gonna happen yet. This is a long race. Alan Wild right now trying to put a good battle with the 02 and the 27 right now. The 02 of Shannon Wood and the 12 of Ryan Cook right now. He's putting up a fight with. As well as the 127 as well, just a little ahead of him. He's trying to catch up to him as well. Got the 24, the 12, and McCartley all running single file right now. Pretty much if you're not trying to pass, you're running single file, I've noticed so far at this track with this old worn out grip, with this old worn out track. Before the first repave, before the most recent repave at Texas. We also have Charles Van Schaik running in the back right now in the 23 car as well. We're having a lot of these drivers, they're having issues, or it looks like they're just trying to pace it out and be slow. Whatever they're doing, looks like it's might be working out for them in the end, more than likely. We'll find out shortly. This race is not over yet. Yeah, I don't want this race to end at all. I want this to go all the way. It does look like Anthony Monroe is having engine issues or technical issues with his car, as it looks like his team decided it's not going to be fixable in time to get him back out on the track. So it looks like they decided just to load it early, as he is behind the wall and loading early. Tough break to see him back out this early. Looks like right now, Kyle Dalton was able to take the lead back from Bobby Wistle, as Bobby Wistle has dropped 4 positions. As Chad Coleman right now is trying to make a good run on Kyle Dalton, as well as Wesley Donaldson. But we have Cal and Tony here also trying to make a run on the mix now as well. Cal and Tony up 2. Bobby Wistle -1. We have Wesley Donaldson up 2, and we have Chad Coleman. If you don't believe this, he started 9th. He's on his 2nd right now, so he's up 7. And you pull to Kyle Dalton, taking care of business up front with the best view in motorsports. An empty track. But Kyle Dalton right now does have a mirror full of Chad Coleman right now as well. As we sit currently, top 5 are Dalton, Coleman, Donaldson, Wistle, Palantoni, and Mike Kelly are your top 6. This has been a fun one so far. I don't know how we don't even know how this is gonna end yet. What's gonna happen when these tires start to wear out? But it looks like Mike Kelly's finding something right now. As he's been on that outside line the whole time, and it looks like it's been working for him. Otherwise, he's able to make a good run on the 84 right now of Calantoni, who's put Calantoni in the 6th spot right now. It looks like the outside lines are just starting to get the grip developed now. Mike Kelly right now is trying to run down the 9 of Bobby Wistle right now too. In the straightaway, and yes, he does. He is still trying to make the pass on Wistle, but he also has the 84 Calantoni and the 127 of England right now, right on him. England's giving Calantoni a little bit of help here to keep Kelly from getting able to get right behind them. Mike Kelly is losing a little bit of ground on the outside line right now as it stands. We have Jerry Livingston right now running in the 18th spot right now. It's the last lap time of 31.125. And our pole setter right now, Tyler Dalton, he is tearing it up out there right now. As he had a last lap time of 31.051. So lap times are starting to drop just a little, as he has a 0.79 lead second on Coleman, and Wesley Donaldson, he's up 2.47. second. 0.248 now, and Chad Coleman takes the lead. The new race lead is going to be Chad Coleman. I don't know if Tyler Dalton thought he had enough, or just wanted to back down a little so he can save tires. Whatever he did, he lost a spot. Mike Kelly, though, hung out to dry. He has no help right now, at all. Mike Kelly now having to fight the 22. So 22 of Violet and the 12 of Ryan Kirk. Maybe even the 24 of Cody Sturgill now. This is a fun one to watch. No, he's still playing up a fight right now with the 22 of Alan Wild. It will run side by side with Alan Wild, but anything can still happen here. Looks like Wild has a little bit of help with Ryan D. Kirk right now. Getting a little bit better push going than Mike Kelly can have right now, as Mike Kelly's hung out to dry on the outside line, but the outside line seems to be working for Mike Kelly because he found something that other drivers haven't found, that his competitors have not found yet. I'm kind of interested to hear what he was thinking the whole time running the outside line, but I probably won't be able to tell later on in the race or post-race. We'll find out. So Mike Kelly was able to just edge past the 22 of Alan Wild. Now he will fight on the 127 and the 20 and the 84 of Calantoni right now, this is still pretty interesting to be watching right now. Still side by side with Wild, as he was able to get past Wild in the 127. Still working on England in the 127. Just passed him. Now trying to make a run on the 84 of Calantoni. This looks like Mike Kelly wants to get back up front from the looks of things. Just pace it out, be patient. 127 looks like he got way loose and was able to still save it. Good play by kudos to him to keep it. Whoever he couldn't keep that car under him. Because what I noticed a lot of times is once the car goes loose, gets loose and starts to spin, you're no longer the driver, you're the passenger. I've learned that a few times myself. If you start spinning, hold the brakes and hands off the wheel. You're no longer the driver, you're the passenger. No, Mike Kelly trying to put on looks like he's maybe trying to put a clinic on it, as we have Tyler Dalton drop down to third. Bobby Whistle was able to make his way back up front, now he's the new leader again. Chad Coleman falls down to second. Wesley Donaldson trying to make a run now as well. Mike Kelly, though, has a little bit of help now, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough as he fell back a few more spots. Oh, never mind, I was looking at a different car. Uh-oh. We're gonna see 3 wide. Trouble out of 4, trouble out of 4. You stay green. You know, 2 cars make contact and spin. Caution is finally out for that spin. 2 cars wreck out of 3 and 4. Now, caution out. Let's take another look at it on a key team instant replay. From the looks of things, it looks like we had the 24 Cody Sturgill tend to break loose coming out of the high banking. Oh no, it looks like the car in front of him, the 52 of Roger Strickland, checked up, and the whole mess ensued from there. Listen, I'm gonna go take one more look at it on a different one of our multiple camera angles we have to see exactly what happened. Good thing is, I think Cody Sturgill has an in-car camera tonight, and yes, he does. Correction, that was the 12 car in front of him. Oh yeah, that was not any good. It looks like it would not know who that would be on there. Because from the looks of things, the car that was in front of him checked up. Big time. So I don't know who that would be on, but yeah, it was contact with Ryan D. Cook. Ryan D. Cook looks like he checked up, and the whole mess ensued from there. Tough break for both involved. Oh, with the first caution out on the day, green pit stops being made. Better to pit now than pit on the green, I would say. Because now it would be a race off pit road for the pole. See who would be starting the front row. Whew. 35 laps in, the first caution is out. I knew it would be only a matter of time with this old one-out surface at Texas before trouble starts to ensue. And that was a tough one. Glad to see all parties involved. Both drivers are okay. Just a wee bit of damage. But they can fix that over time, though. No, and pit lane was busy while we were diagnosing that incident, and that caution over what happened. Chad Coleman. So on this restart, it'll be 38 to Chad Coleman, Kyle Dalton, Callan Tony, Bobby Wistel, and Wesley Donaldson, your top 5. Well, I'm interested to see how this restart's gonna play out. As we have Chad Coleman up eight spots right now and leading the race. Tyler Dalton -1. Callan Tony up 4. Bobby Wistel up 1. No, -1. And Wesley Donaldson dead even that way he was. Well, lights off on the pace car, which means we're going green. We'll be going green. Flag racing yet again as pace car pulls down the pit lane. Fans are back on their feet, and let's get the Sim 5, the GOAT Racing Super Series back underway. What about that Saturday race, man? No, immediately a good jump by Chad Coleman. Tyler Dalton had a bad restart. It looks like he's hung out to dry. He's now -3 on the restart. Trying to make a good run with Callan Tony and Bobby Wistel right now. Looks like he's dead even with the 91 right now of Wesley Donaldson right now. Now the 9 of Bobby Wistel he's 2x2 with. Now we have the 38 of Chad Coleman running the high side right now. Callan Tony trying to take 2x2 on the low side. Callan's where there's a little bit of grip. Callan Tony putting up a good fight right now. Chad Coleman still for the lead. For a second there, we were just now about to see 3 wide, but no, we didn't. Kyle Dalton now -4 on the night so far. Still some pretty good racing here so far. Besides that, one incident from an issue on track with one of the cars with the 12 of Ryan D. Cook, which brought the first caution. Callan Tony set up a good fight on Chad Coleman. Kyle Dalton and Wesley Donaldson, Mike Kelly. Joe able to keep it close. I mean, still 2x2. Like the first 6, 7 rows, I would say are 2x2, and the rest of the field you're seeing single file, mainly. Oh, big wreck big wreck into 1 and 2. Big wreck. Caution will fly this for the second time here tonight at Texas. There we go. Here's just a good look at it on our Ooh. Looks like a late slot. Looks like the. I have to get his number real quick. No, it's not the 2. Hold on. The 91 of Wesley Donaldson. Look, within the 38. Looks like the 38 had lost grip, slid down, then all the trouble ensued from there. Ooh. Tyler Dalton was involved. Mike Kelly, the 112 car involved as well, coming into 1 and 2. It looks like that was not that, and with the 7 as well was involved. Tough break 12 drivers involved. The cautions already on the night. That's on lap 41 out of 80. Just under halfway. Just over halfway. Cal Tony, your new race leader, as Chad Coleman, the 38, comes into pit lane. 84, Cal Tony out front. Wesley Donaldson as well. Out front as well. I'm just glad that everyone is okay so far. Like I'd say, better be safe than not be able to race anymore. But if this is my scoring is correct, we have Kyle Tony, Wesley Donaldson, Bobby Whistle, Alan Wild, and Shannon Wood, your top 5. Lights still on the pace car. Was race officials still cleaning up, which means the race officials are still cleaning up the wreck that just happened. From the angle I had, the wreck looked real nasty. But thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it looked when we went to the replay, close shot. That's what happens sometimes when you struggle to find grip. You'll slide down the track or you'll slide up the track. Anyway, drivers are still making their way out of 3 and 4 right now, as we're still under the second caution. Wreck out of and going into turn 1 throughout the second caution. From what I saw, the 38 of Chad Coleman getting loose, slid down the track and made contact with another driver. Race fans are headed down the front stretch right now here at Texas to the front chicane, or the front, whatever you want to call it. Some call it the front, the crazy front stretch at Texas. Let's call it. Lights off on the pace car, you'll see in the field go 2x2. And your scoring will be Cal Tony, Donaldson making up row number 1. Bobby Whistle and Alan Wild making up row number 2. And making up row number 3 will be Shannon Wood and Joey Gattina. Will be your front 3 starters. Front 3 of those starters. And top 6 on the restart. Alright fans, don't go anywhere, we're still a long race ahead of us. It'll be going green on that 44 of 80. Oh wow. I guess I was looking at an older camera feed as we were back racing. Tony, Bobby Whistle still up front. Oh, big wreck! Caution is out yet again in the middle of 3 and 4. Now it's bringing out a third caution of the day. By the looks of things, the 14 made a little bit of the 14 of Joey Gattina made contact with the not the slight contact with the 02, which upset his car and spun him around. And it looks like the 90 just caught him as well, which 90 was also involved as well on that wreck, bringing out the third caution of the day. It looks like Joey Gattina decided, from what I can see from up in the booth, like he decided to take his car behind the wall and just take it straight to the hauler as his day's gonna be done. Tough break for him. Currently, as it stands, it is Tony, Whistle, Donaldson, and Wood, your top 4. Leroy McCartney, your top 5. And as they like to say, caution, breed cautions. As third caution of the day comes down at 48. Ooh. I'm telling you guys, this is already getting crazy. Tony, your current race leader, up 6. Bobby Whistle, up 1. Wesley Donaldson, up 2. And Shannon Wood, up 2 as well. Leroy McCartney, up 3. You guys could just see, and as you guys could see on the PTM instant replay from the in-car camera of what happened. And that's another thing, track awareness. When you see smoke and there's no one behind you, you want to slam on those brakes and hope you can get low enough to hope you can get out of the way and miss it. Not come to a complete stop, but slam on your brakes low enough where you're slow down enough where you can either go low or high real fast if need be. What I like to do is if I see a wreck, I'll go below the apron. If I need to, I'll shoot back up the apron. If it's going below the apron, I'll shoot back up the apron. Well, race fans, lights are off on the pace car, which means let's get ready to go racing yet again, as it's Tony, Whistle, Donaldson, Wood, and Ryan Cook. Your top 5. Ready to send them back down to the green. Which means we will be having 30 laps to go at the line. And let's get ready for some more GOAT Racing Super Series action as we're back underway at Texas. Good jump, good reset by Tony right away, Bobby Whistle. Staying on the high side, still trying to figure something out. It looks like he's able to figure something out. 02 is Shannon Wood staying with him. Looks like we had Bobby Whistle pull a little bit of a slingshot. Maybe at this. Trouble into 4. Trouble into 4. The 12 is around. Looks like that was Ryan D. Cook around. We'll send it back down to the PTM instant replay to see what happened. As yes, it was the 12. It looks like he shot up the track a little. Just barely topped the 52. Just caught the 52 of. Hold on, I'm finding it for you guys in my scoring books. 52 of Roger Strickland got caught up in it, as it looks like maybe the 23 of Charles Van Schaik too was involved. And yes, it was able to caught the 23 of Charles Van Schaik as well, was also involved. Thankfully, no one else was involved, just a single car spin with the 12 with Charles Van Schaik taking a little bit of damage off that as well. Oh, that's a good way to get back to racing, wouldn't you guys think? After 32 straight laps of green flag racing, cautions are breeding cautions already. As we had 4 cautions in about 10 laps. These tires and these worn out surfaces putting a toll on these gyros and these tires already. I would say Scalantoni's still up front. And will lead just a little. I'm interested to see here if there's gonna be more pit lane action or not here tonight. I think everyone might be able to do it on one stop if we keep having cautions like this. But only time will tell. I just don't want to give it the broadcast as jinx, which I think I already just did. As it currently stands, we have Scalantoni, Donaldson, Whistle, Wooden, Levi McCartley, your top 5. Looks like we might be getting ready to go back green here soon. No, still single file. I just caught a glimpse using my binoculars up here in the booth, and lights are still on the pace car. I'm interested to see if eventually if race control might set this to a single file. We tell drivers single file restarts if we can't get more than a few laps racing again after what we had 32 straight laps of green flag racing. But anything can still happen here on iRacing. Anything can still happen here at the track. Don't know what's gonna happen until you watch the race. That's the tough part about racing. Sometimes you don't know what's gonna happen. Lights just went off the pace car as it is. Scalantoni, Donaldson, Bristol, Wood, and McCartley, your top 5. Kevin England make it your top 6. Strickland, Dalton, and Mike Kelly, Alan Wild rounding out your top 10 on this restart. Whew, this has been a long 54 laps so far. Long 55 laps when we get the green flag back in the air. Let's see if these drivers are going to have more patience now, if they're still going to be trying to checkers go for the win still here. Not go for it as in wreck for the win, but fight hard for the win and burn up more tires. We'll find out. As by my scoring's correct, we should be having about 36 laps to go at the line. $35-36 at the line. Well, race fans, pace cars down to pit lane, and the Roy the Flag Man has the green flag in the air and is waving it as we're back underway at Texas. Scalantoni found something on this restart as he was able to pull away from Wesley Donaldson. Bobby Whistler right behind him, as Bobby Whistler looks like he's trying to pull a slingshot move. See if that's going to prevail for him. No, it does not look like it has prevailed, as Bobby Whistler now. 3 wide action, 3 wide salute. Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with the 127, I believe it is. No, not. He was able to keep it safe. We had 3 wide action and 3 and 4. 3 wide salute. That was pretty good to watch, but still. Good driving and good aggressive driving so far I've seen from all these drivers here tonight. Like we have a new competitor here now trying to fight for the lead now with Cal and Tony. Which is Leroy McCartney in the 21. Where did he come from? Leroy McCartney, Bobby Whistle, Shannon Wood, and Wesley Donaldson putting up the fight right now in the leader. Kyle Dalton's still in the back as well. Still trying to make up some ground now too, as he is -5 on their night. Bobby Whistle pushing Cal and Tony to keep Leroy McCartney away from him as McCartney drops down 2 spots. Looks like the high side might be starting to work now, maybe, as some of these drivers you're seeing still try to take it in the turns. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of side drafting right now with the 21 and the 9 right now as well. Close but no cigar. Zero 2 now, Shannon Wood putting up a fight with the 21 now, Leroy McCartney as well. Back have Brian Wortman still hanging in the back after he had his little bit of issues as he started 4th and he's running 17th right now after his little issues that he had, -13 for him. Cody Sturgill dead even right now from where he started. -0, +0 right now. Sigmund, same there, same with him. Charles Van Dyke, -6 on the night. Colin Wild even. Ryan Cook, -1. Roger Strickland, he's +1. Scott Simley, he is +8. Joe Hudson, he's in the plus right now. He started 14th, running 9th. Mike Kelly, -7. Donaldson, -2. Kevin England, +4. Leroy McCartney is +3. -3 for Tyler Dalton. +3 for Shannon Wood. +1 for Brian Whistle. And +6 for your leader, current leader, Anthony Calantoni. Well, so far so good on racing so far. We're on lap 62 and last caution was, last green flag came out on lap 55. I think these drivers have something dialed up now where they had, or some of these drivers had a good talking to through their radios by their crew chiefs. So I don't know what happened down there. But as right now, this whole front pack is pulling away from the back pack, the rear pack right now. Rear pack looks like overflow, spin off of 2. Caution is out. It looks like that was a 22 of Alan Wild. Yes, it was a 22 of Alan Wild. Now, if you look, and if you guys look on the replay, you guys can see what happened. It looks like maybe he... Oh, I see it. He was sliding up the track a little. Oh, made slight contact with the 24. It looks like... Oh! He went up on the catch fence into the wall. There's also a few more cars involved, too. All I see was going up to avoid the contact with a wreck ensuing in front of him. With the 24 and the 52, both involved as well. But Ooh, that was nasty for the 22. That's gotta be some suspension damage right there. Rare suspension, maybe his transmission as well. But that was a cool sight for those race fans, seeing the undercarriage of these SLMs, I would say. But that was crazy. What do you guys think about that crash right there? Looks like we're gonna be close to 15 to go. We're gonna go green, maybe even 14. Oh, field is 2x2 right now, with lights still on the pace car, which means, as it currently stands, it's going to be Bristol, Calantoni, McCartney, Wood, and Dalton, your top 5 on this restart. Looks like Jerry Livingston is also having some issues, as his car's behind the wall now too. Looks like he might be having a engine issue or something, as he's behind the wall now as well. Looks like he's not. Looks like he's behind the wall and in his garage, maybe even his hollow right now. As it looks like his engine was too toast to fix, as it looks like they're pushing it loading into his hollow now. Tough break to see him out late in the race. Well, race fans, it's that time again. Time for you to raise out of your seats, make some noise for your favorite race driver, as the lights are still on the pace car. I had a bad angle from where I was sitting. And now we should be, and I think now we're getting the one to go. Yes, we just got the one to go, but still, race fans, get on your feet, make some noise for your favorite driver, as they just got the one to go, which means they're ready to go back green yet again. Which means we should be having a 14-lap shootout to decide the winner. As it's going to be Whistle, Calantoni, McCartney, Wood, and Dalton, your top 5. Now these race fans out of the 1 and 2 exit, and the seats out of the 1 and 2 exit, they had a good view. I would have loved to be in that seat right now, but hey, I can't complain. I'm up in the air-conditioned broadcast booth right now. This afternoon race here at Texas. With the pace car pulling down the pit lane, let's hear these super late models roar yet again. And what a start by Bobby Whistle. Able to pull away from Leroy McCartney and Calantoni. Bobby Whistle came to race today so far. Van Dyke looking like he's trying to make a move up to the front now, trying to make a statement. He made a good pass. But that pass didn't do good for him. Right now we're also having the 21 of Leroy McCartney and Shannon Wood working together. Calantoni by himself with no help right now. We can't say this one's over yet. At all, by a long shot. Still a lot of racing left. 11 to go at the line. Race fans, when they get back to the line, there'll be 10 laps to go. The high 10 will be in the air. I know it's not a high 10, but the race officials in power, he always puts up his 10 fingers, his 2 hands, to make the 10 laps to go, so you can count down the laps to go remaining. So 10 laps to go here at Texas. Bobby Whistle still holding on to his lead. Leroy McCartney, Cal and Tony are putting some pressure on him right now. McCartney slid up the track, almost made contact with the 84 of Cal and Tony. No contact, still racing. Good news. Good news there, let's keep it going. This has been a long race so far, race fans. I'm glad you're able to join us here tonight. No matter if you're watching us live, if you're watching us post race. Glad to see you guys here. Glad to see that you guys are able to tune in tonight. Right now we have Tyler Dalton back in the mix now too. Aaron Wood and Wesley Donaldson also in the mix. Cal and Tony puts a little bit of a bump on the 21. Almost took him out. He didn't because we had to have the 02 of Wood check up, and that's trouble. Trouble turn 2. Trouble turn 1 and 2. Caution is out. By the looks of things, that looks like that was a retaliation hit. Cal and Tony and Leroy McCartney were then together. You go back coming out of the chicane, coming out of 1 and 2. I mean, out of 3 and 4 to come to the line. You guys can see exactly what happened. Exactly what started this whole mess. Cal and Tony bumped him. He didn't like it. So if you watch going into 1 and 2, McCartney forced him up into the wall. What a huge mess. Multiple cars involved. That's gonna be not a fun one I want to break down. I think we can only talk about it and show the replays. Alright, fans, this is getting interesting. 6 cautions on the night, lap 75 out of 80. This is interesting right now as it's Bobby Wistle, Kevin England, Shannon Wood, Wesley Donaldson, and Mike Kelly, your top 5. The 127, who we have not talked about much tonight, of Kevin England, he's up 8. He's plus 8 spots on the night so far. And this is going to be interesting to see how this restart does for him. See if he's able to get a good one on Bobby Wistle here. We'll find out on the restart, which is not coming just yet. And I think if we go back racing, we will probably have about 4 laps to go on the restart. Which means it'll be a 4-lap shootout. Maybe even a 3-lap shootout. I don't know yet. But still in the pace car. If I did just say it's Wistle, England, Wood, Donaldson, and Kelly. Your top 5. Your top Kelly, Hartley, Cook, Hudson, and Van Schaik, as well as Wortman, round out your top 10 on this restart. This has been interesting so far, race fans. As it looks like from that wreck, Tony, his day is done. As his car's been towed off the track and towed to his hauler, as he's not going to be very happy after this race. And he looks like he probably broke a suspension, a lot of stuff in his rear end too, so that's going to be fun to fix in the shop. Fine, that's why you don't have to go to the, not the R&D center, but wherever this SLM series has their headquarters, where they can run tests to prevent these cars from going up on that catch fence again, like that. Because that was twice tonight. Got a car almost in the catch, technically in the catch fence. The lights are off on the pace car too, race fans. But you know what that means, right? We should be only having a few laps left of racing. By the looks of things, we'll be having a 3-lap shootout. And the next caution will bring us to green, white, checkered attempts. Unless the caution comes out after the white flag. We have 3 laps of green flag racing, but 2 laps till it's official. Till the next caution ends it. And for hopefully the final time today in Texas, let's hear those SLM engines roar for the GOAT Racing Series. Bobby Whistle, they will get a good restart here again on Kevin England. And Wood now too, trying to make a run for the lead now too. But we also have Mike Kelly too, as well, trying to make a run now too. Trouble out of 4. Caution is out. We'll be going to green, white, checkered. So let's go back to the P team and see replay and see what happened. Anyway, here's a good view of what happened. The 112. The 112 of Joe Hudson, loose, going into 1 and going into 3 and 4 brings up the caution. Not sure. No, he wasn't loose. He was hit by the 12 car and knocked loose by the 12 car. He corrected it, but then Charles Van Schaik was sent up the track trying to avoid it. A home, then the mess started all because of the 12 almost taking out Joe Hudson. Wow. Which means, race fans, you guys wanted it, we're bringing it to you. Green, white, checkered. This is gonna be fun, race fans. And I think we have well, we should be having the lights off on the pace cars this time by. Once the lights go on the pace car, all they have to do is make it around twice. Once to bring out the white flag, and then the next flag ends the race from there. Now let's restart. It is Whistle, your current leader, Bobby Whistle, Kevin England, Shannon Wood, Mike Kelly, and Wesley Donaldson, your top 5 on this next restart. Well, my prediction was wrong. Lights still off on the pace car. It's like on that last incident, Scott Simley blew an engine and lost some steering, so unfortunately his night's done as he is now also behind the wall as well. So far tonight, race fans, we've had 5 drivers exit early tonight due to being involved in incidents all night. And that's not a good number to be seeing. They're entering turn 3 as we're ready. As fans know what's coming, they know the lights are getting ready to go off. Once lights go off on that pace car and that yellow light starts flashing, they'll know it's time to get ready to go back green. Let's see what happens here, race fans. And guess what, race fans? The lights are off on the pace car. The yellow lights in the catch fence have stopped flashing on the stoplight in the catch fences all around the track. Which that way the drivers know to slow down or know there's a caution out. If they see one, that's their aid as well as their spotter telling them as well. And for us race fans at home too. Basically in NASCAR tracks, those lights you see, if you've never been, those lights you see flashing on the side when you watch us on PTM Racing TV. Those lights are there for the drivers because their field of view is not that great to assist them as a visual aid. Basically like a stoplight you would see at home on the road. The green light means green flag racing. Yellow light means caution caution is out. And then the red light means the red flag is out for a big wreck. Anyway, race fans, let's get ready for the Super Late Model Series to roar yet again at Texas. Not a good, decent start by Whistle this time as Kevin England looks like he was loose on the restart. All we have to do is get through one more time for the race to be white flag racing. Everyone's starting to get chilled out now as it's Whistle, England, Kelly, Wood, Donaldson, your top 5 right now. 3 and 4, are we going to see the white flag is in Rory's hand. White flag in the air. One more time around at Texas. White flag is in the air. Will it be Whistle? Will it be England? Will it be Wood? Last time through the Texas backstretch. England with the good run going 3 and 4. Who's gonna get it? Bobby Whistle able to hold him off, and Whistle will see the checkered flag. Whistle wins yet Texas. It was an amazing last lap. It was looking like Whistle could have been overtaken by England if there was one more lap to go. So what a race fans. What a race. Your top 5 finish. This was a good one so far, race fans. The race fans, your top 10 finishes are your Bobby Whistle, Kevin England, Shannon Woods, Mike Kelly, Ryan Kirk, Wesley Donaldson, your top 5, your top 6, Chad Coleman, Joe Hudson, Roger Strickland, and Levi McCartney, your top 10. Rest of your finishes on your screen. Serious race fans, your your third place finisher, Shannon Wood. And Shannon, as your oh, never mind, your race winner, the number 9 of Bobby Whistle. Now, Bobby, with all these cautions out there, were you really thinking you're gonna go green again or stay green on this final restart?
It was the first green white checker, but it was it. I thought if as long as we got through 1 and 2, I thought we were going to have a good chance to finish it off there, and we did. So uh, just kept it in the throttle, and I saw Kevin coming, and I thought he was going to have me on the high side with the momentum. It just I don't know if he bobbled there in 3 and 4 or what, but we just had enough momentum that we were able to pull it out.
Indeed, there. Now, what we were seeing as you guys were coming to the line, if you guys had one more lap of racing, do you think Kevin would have passed you, or do you think you still would have been finishing where you are right now?
If there was one more lap, I probably could have got through 1 and 2 a little bit better. It just would have been a drag race, and again, momentum on 3 and 4.
Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Everyone at Goat and my team, Sim 500 Mafia, all the admins, and you guys for doing the broadcast, of course. And I guess that's about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Bobby Whistle. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, the bridesmaid, Kevin England. Now, Kevin, I noticed that you were starting top 10, and do you think these late race cautions are able to help you provide to a second place finish here tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't counting on finishing here. I was just trying to get to the finish the last time we came here. I had a good car and did make it to the finish, and my goal was to just try and get to the end. And had a pretty good race tonight. Couple situations in front of me let me get the track position, and I don't know how close that was, but that was a blast.
Indeed, there. Now, what was going through your thoughts as you were running through this last lap?
Yeah, I mean, it started with the restart. I could see to the left when he went, and I timed it pretty well. I knew though that Shannon was down there below me, and as I tried to pull down across the start finish line to angle into turn one, I knew I was kind of cutting across his nose. The nose on these cars stick out just a little bit, and he did brush me. I think he might have given me a little bit of a breather there, but my whole goal was to try and get to Bobby and see if I can pull him back, get alongside of him, and I was going to try the high line. I knew he wouldn't give me the bottom and just run it. I think maybe out of turn four, if I'd have run down on him a little bit and crowded him, maybe it could have been a different outcome. But you know what? I'll take second all day long.
Indeed, there. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight for your car or anything tonight?
Yeah, of course. Haynes Fleet Fuels on the side of the car. Ron Clark Performance. Got to say thanks to Goat Racing and the league that they put on. This late model series is the best. And of course, sim500.com. I just love the fact that we get to come here and race. And this series by far is my favorite. And had a blast tonight and happy to come away with a top three finish.
Congratulations on coming in second. Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, Kevin England. And ladies and gentlemen, here's your third place finisher, Shannon Word. Now, Shannon, as you were doing this final restart, were you thinking you were going to be able to get a good one on Kevin or maybe even Bobby to finish better, or what was going through your mind there?
Yeah, I was trying to just watch for the squad on Bobby's car there. I tried to stick with him there down in turn one. Kevin come down a little bit. I didn't want to wreck him, so I had to burp the throttle a little bit and lost my momentum there.
Now, what was going through your thoughts on these last few cautions? If this would have stayed green, how many do you think you had to pit one more time, or if these cautions did that help out with some pit strategy a little?
Yeah, that first caution pretty much wiped the pit strategy out. We had plenty of fuel there for the end.
Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, just got to thank BKP Art, Sim 500 Mafia, and you guys for putting on the show, man.
Congratulations on coming in third. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher, Shannon Wood. Well, race fans, that's pretty much going to do it for me. For us at Texas, I'm Michael Bollinger, filling in for Christian Cyber once again, who is ill. And we'll see you guys next time.